guys, welcome to our read aloud video for your first math assessment. So, if we look at question number 1, it wants us to create a dot plot to represent the penguin weight data, which all of our numbers that we're going to use are right here that they gave us. So again, you're going to create a dot plot, and the first thing you're going to do is give your dot plot a title. Then, using the number line that they have provided, you will simply place your dots above where they need to go. Go ahead and pause your video so you can create this dot plot. Question 2. Using your dot plot, you are going to find the maximum, minimum, the range, the mode or modes, and the mean. Again, go ahead, pause your video so you can do that. Then it skips down here to question number 9, and it asks which questions below are statistical. Circle all of the answers. So option A is how many states are in the United States? B, what is the average temperature for the month of September in your area? C, how many siblings do the 6th graders in your school have? Or D, how tall are you? And then part B wants you to explain how you know one of the questions you circled is statistical. So go ahead, pause your video so you can answer those questions. Okay. Then if you flip your page over to question number 3, it says, at the right are the survey data for Miss Conrad's 6th grade class. The table shows the number of minutes that students in the class read each weekday. So over here, you see your table, you see your interval, and the number of students. So part A wants you to draw a histogram displaying the data that's in the table. You first have to label your axis and give your graph a title. So you have 1 point, the labels are another point, and then your histogram is another point. So this one is worth a lot of points, so take your time on this. Okay, go ahead, pause your video so you can do that. Then this question down here, it says for each of the following questions, record whether you can determine the answer based on the graph. If you can, write the answer. So, part B says how many students were surveyed. Part C says how many read for less than 20 minutes. And D says how many read for exactly 30 minutes. So go ahead and write your answers on the line. Pause your video so that you can answer those questions. Okay. Then on number 4, it gave you the dot plot that shows the total attendance at the 15 movie theaters during 2022. Okay, so using this dot plot, you are going to find the following information: the minimum, the maximum, the range, the median, Q1, Q3, your interquartile range, and your mode. Okay, so go ahead, take a couple minutes so you can work on those. And then number 5, you are going to create a box plot to display the data in problem 4. So you're going to use this data up here to help you create a box plot. So go ahead and take a few minutes so you can create that. And then question 6 wants you to describe the advantages and disadvantages of your box plot representation of the movie theater attendance data. So you're going to write one sentence for the advantage and one for the disadvantage. So go ahead and pause your video so that you can answer that question. Okay. Then for number 7, it says the River City News Digest printed this graph about the population growth from 2005 to 2012. Based on this graph, some people thought that the population doubled. What do you think? Use the graph to defend your argument. So you're going to use this graph to tell me whether the population doubled or not. Go ahead and take a few minutes and answer that question. Okay, then question 8 on the back right here says the graph shows the worldwide total for the amount of electricity generated by the wind. Looking at the graph, you're going to choose all of the statements that are correct. So 2011 was the peak capacity for wind power. The graph shows a decrease in capacity for wind power from 2004 to 2009. In 2010, the world had a capacity to generate about 200,000 megawatts of wind power. The range of the data is 300,000 megawatts. In 2004, the world had a capacity of about 50 megawatts of wind power. So you're just going to place a check mark on the ones that are correct. And then part B down here, you're going to circle the box plot that represents the same data as the graph above. So you're just going to circle A, B, or C. When you are done, you are going to give it to your teacher to look over before turning it in.